Welcome back to the channel. So something cool arrived in the mail today. That is the Trav Spec Pro laces. So these are the extra long, extra armor protected bungee laces that I'm going to be putting on pads today. So why am I getting new toe ties? I'm currently using these bungees. So very similar to the bungees that I'm going to replace them with, except that these are being held by these knots. And what happens is when you put pressure on these, like this, when you're skating, these tend to kind of rip through the Gen Pro here, which is why you see this red tape that I have just to reinforce that. These aren't the original bungees that came with the pads. There was something very similar, but about half the length, which was way, way too short. I already popped through those about a week into using these new pads, and I changed them to these old sets that I had, and I somehow ripped through those as well too. So I bit the bullet and purchased the Trav Spec Pro laces, which are extra long and extra protected. Now, if you're wondering, why don't I just use laces? I did go back to laces for a brief period because I was kind of frustrated with using the bungees, but I did realize that my knees and ankles were actually super sore after a skate. I was a little bit skeptical when people said that using bungees will help your knees and ankles out, but now I know firsthand that switching from a lace to a bungee does alleviate that stress in your knees and ankles. So do yourself a favor, if you're an old man like me and having knee and ankle problems when you're skating, switch to a bungee. It's going to save you a lot of pain in the long run. So in the pack, you're going to get your bungee toe ties, of course, and attachment that goes on your pad. And to attach those, it will also come with a pair of laces. So the thing I like about these is the bungee is actually really highly secure. So there's a lot of stitching over here to prevent any pop-outs like I was having before. So this is basically how it looks like when it's installed. Secure this portion onto your pad with that lace, that extra lace, and it kind of loops through like this. So I've just got to tie that down over here. I'm just trying to tie this down as tight as I can. I should probably cut these off and then use a lighter, kind of melt the wax so it stays secure. Let's go grab the other pad so you can see how to put these on. All right, I'm just going to chop off these old bad boys. So I'm just going to grab this portion. Just give it a bit of a bend, that way it fits around the toe bridge a bit better. It's a bit stiff out of the box. So I've got my extra lace here. I'm going to loop it in the first hole at the bottom. Put that through the pad like this. And we'll get that loop through the top. And then just kind of loop that back in like that. And then we essentially just thread that through. Just make sure this is tied real tight so we don't get another pop out. There you have it. These are all installed. Feels nice and secure. Pretty excited to try these on. And this is basically how I'm gonna strap it to my boot. So I did put a couple of knots over here just for a bit of space, and kind of looping it through the front and the back hole. And because it's super extra long, I'm able to do that. I'm just going to try this setup out and see how it feels and probably adjust from there, which is why I didn't cut these off yet and burn them in, just in case I want to do a few adjustments here and there. So there you have it. Getting those Trav Spec Pro laces on are super easy. I've also heard mixed things between using skate laces and bungees. So I'm kind of curious, what kind of goalie are you? Do you use skate laces for toe ties or bungees, and why? Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.